Hi, hello. This is Shinu Rajesh. Welcome you all to the wonderful world of accountancy. In this session, we are going to discuss the introduction of accounting and basic terms of accounting. That is, this video is dedicating especially to the grade 11th students as well as those students who join from science background to commerce. Okay, let's start our session. In this session, actually, first of all, we are going to discuss about the introduction of accounting. That is, what is accounting? What is the meaning of accounting? And what are the basic terms which included in our accounting? Okay. First of all, accounting is a process of analyzing, recording, and summarizing. That is, what is analyzing, recording, and summarizing, which means all the transactions which are done through the source documents. Okay, source documents, which means evidences, supporting evidences for forming the business transaction. So, what are the transactions which included? That is, suppose we are selling the goods, so that we will get the amount, isn't it now? Like that, purchase of asset. While we are purchasing one asset, we have to pay off the amount. That is, sometimes we are acting as an receiver and sometimes it will act as a giver. Okay, fine. Now, what is the meaning of accounting? Accounting, it is a process which is doing three steps, very important three steps, that is analyzing, recording, summarizing. Analyzing, which means we will get source documents, that is evidences such as vouchers, bills, like that. So first of all, we want to collect these documents. After that, we want to analyze it whether these are all the correct one, anything wrong entries passed in it, like that we have to search it, we have to confirm it. Okay, these are the source documents which we have to record it. So after analyzing these source documents, the next process is recording. What is meant by recording? On the basis of the source documents, we have to record it in our book. Okay, so while recording in our book, that is which is termed as journal, that is in accounting we have to mention it as a journal. While recording our source documents, we have to record the transactions through the journal. Okay, so that the first step or the basic function of accounting process is journal. Okay, now the second one, after that the recording we have to classify it, that is each transaction we have to classify it. So for classifying the accounts we want to use or mention a term which is known as ledger. Okay, the first function is journal and the second one is the ledger. So we have to post it in each accounts, each separate accounts. Okay, now after that the ledger process, the next one is summarizing. Summarizing means we want to scrutinize it whether what is going on, whether it is in the profit statement or the loss we are going through, or like that we have to analyze it. That is the summarizing, scrutinizing. Then after that we have to communicate the result to the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? Which means shareholders, suppliers, customers, like that. So many members are very interested for knowing about our accounting transaction. So we have to submit our transactions to the respective persons. So these are known as accounting. So it is a very big process which are going through the accounting. That is, it is a process of analyzing, recording, summarizing, and we have to communicate the results to the of the financial transaction to the respective persons. So you have to write in the examination or whatever, what is accounting. They are asking simply what is accounting, which means it is a process of analyzing, recording, and summarizing the financial transactions. Okay, hope you are clear with this topic accounting. Okay, now the next one is what are the basic terms which included in the accounting? What are the basic terms? Asset, liability, balance sheet, debit, credit. These are the terms which are very important in the accounting. Okay, so the first one, let us start say one by one what are assets, liabilities, balance sheet, debit, credit, like that. Our first one is asset. What is meant by asset? Everyone knows about the asset, isn't it? Everyone, each one has their own property. In our family, we have some properties like our house. Sometimes it may be our vehicles, like that. Everyone having some properties, like that. Each business have their own properties. It may be material, immaterial, monetary, whatever may be, which is commonly termed as asset. Asset, which means the properties, okay, which is known as the asset. Okay, the next one is liability. What is meant by liability? That is, liabilities are the obligations or debts payable by the enterprise in future in the form of the money or goods. That is, we have owed to some other persons, or which means obligation or debts payable, so that we want to give back that amount to the other person. It's our responsibility, which is known as liabilities. That is, the liabilities denote the amount which business owes to the others. Okay, so the liabilities are of two types. Short term liabilities are there and long term liabilities are there. The word itself, they are short term liabilities, which means we have to pay within a period or 1 year. Okay, that is bills payable, creditors for goods, that and all are examples for the short term liabilities. And what is long term liabilities? It is payable after a period of 1 year, which is known as the long term liabilities. Okay, is it clear? So that liabilities are the obligations or debts payable by the enterprise in future in the form of money or the goods. That is, two types of liabilities are there. Within, we have to pay within the period of 1 year, which means short term. Long term liabilities, which means we have to payable after a period of 1 year. Okay, now the third one is the third basic term which includes in the accounting process is balance sheet. A balance sheet is a statement prepared to ascertain the true position of assets and liabilities as on a particular date. Okay, that is, we know that what is asset, and we just conclude that what is liability, isn't it now? So, we have to prepare the true financial statement on the basis of both the asset and liabilities on the particular date. Usually this is prepared as the end of the financial year. Okay, so balance sheet, which means it is a statement prepared with the balances of account left after the preparing of the trading and profit and loss account, so that it shows the financial position of a business on a particular date. We have to remember that that is, the balance sheet is used to ascertain the nature of assets and liabilities of the firm. And also, we have to prepare the balance sheet after ascertaining the whether the company is goes on the profit or loss. After that only we have to prepare the balance sheet. So it is a statement prepared to ascertain the true position of assets and liabilities on a particular date. Okay, now the third one is debit. What is debit? And then the next one is what is credit. Okay, now what is debit, which means fourth one, debit, benefit received by an account, and the credit, which means benefit given by an account. There is a difference in debit as well as credit. Debit, which means received, credit, which means we are given. So there is a big difference in debit as well as the credit. Usually, debit and credit follows the double entry system in accounting. Double entry, which means debit is equivalent to the credit amount. which is called as double entry system. Accounting is always following this rule: debit equals credit. So debit, which means the benefit received, and credit, which means the benefit given by an account. Okay, so let's conclude that. First we note that what is accounting, and after that what are the basic terms which includes in the accounting. That is first one asset, then second liability, a third balance sheet, fourth one debit, and fifth one credit. Okay, if you have any clarifications, definitely I will clarify your doubts. Mm. So, if you need any other topics, that is, you are feeling difficult in some other topics in accountancy, please comment in the box. Okay, thank you.